Namaste. नमस्ते एंड वेलकम एवरीवन टू हीलिंग एमएनडी इंडिया मीटिंग। आप सभी का हीलिंग एमएनडी इंडिया की मीटिंग में स्वागत है। आज हम मर्क्यूरी के बारे में हेवी मेटल टॉक्सिसिटी के बारे में, ओजोन थेरेपी के बारे में हमारे साथ जुड़ेंगे डॉक्टर समीर नायर। इंडिया के बहुत बड़े डेंटिस्ट हैं और बहुत बढ़िया फंक्शनल मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर हैं। आपको बताना चाहता हूँ कि इंडिया का जो पहला हमारा मीटिंग है फंक्शनल मेडिकल प्रैक्टिशनर सीरीज में, उनमें सबसे पहले हमने समीर जी को चुना है और समीर जी ने हमारे लिए बहुत बढ़िया टाइम निकाला है। हम समीर जी का बहुत बहुत आभारी है। वी आर थैंकफुल टू समीर जी that he has taken out time out of his busy schedule. Thank you so much, sir. Now,
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
yeah,
It's all my pleasure.
most welcome, sir. I was very much inspired with your presentation earlier, so I have invited you and thank you for all the work that you are doing for us. Thank you so much. Before going ahead, if you want to connect with Healing MND India, this is the WhatsApp number or email ID. You can connect with us by sending us your documents and we'll verify and add you to Healing MND India group. Never disregard any professional medical advice or delay seeking medical treatment because of something you have read on or accessed through this website, presentation, YouTube channel, videos, comments, and presenters and the invited guests. Please go through the disclaimer. ये हिंदी में असली कारण है, आप पॉज करके आप ये पढ़ सकते हो। ये मेरा फेवरेट है। No animals were harmed in the making of this video. No aliens as well as humans were harmed in the making of this video. No plants, trees, forests, rivers, lakes, oceans, planets were also harmed. Thank you all for your patience. Please. Healing MND India, the main motive is to improve the quality of life of the patients as well as caregivers, researching on treatments and solutions, researching on alternative therapies, offering cost-effective, pocket-friendly solutions, inviting guest speakers and specialists, licensing with the government authorities, holistic healing, and apiotherapy. Do you know what is MND? What is the full form of MND? MND full form, the full form of MND is motor neuron disease. But I would like to tell you that for us in healing MND India, it is not motor neuron disease. It is mind never dies. It is मैं नहीं डरता, which means I am not afraid. And it is music and dance. So always enjoy your life and never ever think wrong about yourself. Thank you all for your patience. I will stop my sharing and now I would like to invite Dr. Sameer Nair. Sameer ji, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. Welcome sir again.
Thank you.
I thank you for your time and commitment. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, sir.
The stage is on yours, sir.
Okay. So, very nice start by you, Mr. Shah. So, myself, Dr. Sameer Nair, and I am from Jalandhar, Punjab, and practice in. I have two practices. One is Sameer Dental Care, and another is Oxyheal Clinic. So, I help people to smile better. I am practicing dentistry since 2007 in Jalandhar only, and I am blessed to share my experiences regarding mercury fillings on MND India. So I think as a mercury-free and mercury safe holistic dentist, I believe it's my responsibility to share my views on the topic poison in your teeth. Yes, you heard it right. The poison. Even the title of my presentation is also the poison in your teeth. By poison, I'm referring to the mercury fillings or the silver fillings, and one of today's major topics of concern, which has been neglected for many decades. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to say the name is mercury filling. So before starting my presentation, I just want to know how many of you have silver fillings in your mouth. Just check it out. Oh, how many of you are planning to have one? So if yes is your answer, then this presentation is for you. So you must stay with me till the end of this presentation. So during my initial years of practice, I also used this controversial dental restorative material to restore my patients' cavitated teeth. But till then, I was unaware about its consequences. So basically, I am a BDS. I am also doing medical ozone therapy. I am body pain specialist. I basically treat the pain of the body pains with the help of your teeth alignment and with ozone therapy. I am also practicing pinhole implantology. I am a TMJ specialist as well, and my topic of the most important topic in my dentistry is occlusion. So, but after doing all the dental stuff, I started discovering the relationship between oral cavity and overall health. So this is how I shifted my approach from conventional dentistry to the functional dentistry, in which I don't use amalgam fillings. I try to use dental materials which are safe for my patients, for myself as well as for my staff. So according to my experience, teeth are not only used for eating, or not only they add to your personality, but they help to maintain the entire balance. So with the key named occlusion. So I fix the teeth in my patient's mouth with the minimally invasive manner, without using any blades or giving any stitches. I do pinhole implantology. So, but in today's presentation, I am going to speak about the mercury fillings only. So remember, when you hear amalgam, think mercury, and when you hear mercury, think poison. So if mercury enters the body, it starts accumulating, and it will gradually build up until the body becomes mercury toxic. So more and more symptoms related to the chronic mercury poisoning will appear over the time. So my presentation won't make any sense if you don't understand some basic facts related to the mercury or the amalgam fillings. So, mercury, it's the most poisonous, known radioactive, naturally occurring substance on our planet. So, there is no safe or harmless level of mercury. Just remember this statement: there is no safe or harmless level of mercury, because just one atom of mercury is poisonous to our body. The amalgam fillings, they use elemental mercury, they continuously release poisonous mercury vapors. So mercury, basically it's a non-toxic bioaccumulative substance, and it often finds its way into the body through dental amalgams, which is used to restore your cavitated teeth. So these silver fillings, they are also known as amalgam fillings, and they are composed of 50% elemental mercury and 50% other metals or alloys. So the dentists all over the world, they use amalgam as the restorative material, but the mercury found in the amalgam fillings, this has raised some safety concerns over the years. So amalgam fillings can release small amounts of mercury vapors over the time, and patient can absorb these vapors by inhaling or ingesting them. So during the procedure, either doing the restoration or taking out the fillings with a high-speed dental burr, it generates a cloud of particles, and at least 65% of these particles are less than 1 micron in size, and they are fully respirable. Means patient can uh, inhale these micro particles through the lungs. So they get deep into the lungs, where these particles, they are broken down into mercury and is systemically absorbed. So see, this is very disheartening. As I have told you, on stimulation, it releases poisonous mercury vapors, and any form of stimulation, like the basic routine procedures, like you brush your teeth while chewing, while eating or drinking hot beverages, teeth grinding, they may release mercury vapors in our mouth continuously. So in short, I can say that mercury vapors, the amount of mercury vapors released is directly proportional to the heat produced. So, but it does not mean you need to stop doing all our basic day-to-day procedures, because they are indispensable, but the poisonous mercury vapors are not. So we have seen that heat is the key. More is the heat, more will be the mercury vapors released. So while chewing food or while eating sweets, the amount of mercury released is just 68 to 70 micrograms. While brushing your teeth, you are releasing 270 or 300 micrograms of mercury. While getting the wet polishing or dry polishing, you can release 500 to 600 mercury. This is per filling. Just take into account. So basically, the average amalgam filling, it contains 1 gram of mercury. This is the same amount that is present in the thermometer. So this much amount is enough to contaminate 20-acre lake. Means the fish, you can't eat from that lake if 1 gram of mercury is present in that lake. So the question arises, how much is too much? By numbers like 36, 70, 272 and so on, they may not seem like much, but how do the numbers 12 trillion, 80 trillion and 200 trillion sound to you? So when you recall that every atom of mercury that accumulates in our body, that will harm it in some way or the other. So those numbers can never be considered too small. So there are actually more atoms of mercury in just 30 micrograms than there are cells in the human body. Uh, I think someone just sent a message that I have amalgam filling on my molars since 20 years. So is it still releasing the vapor poisons? Yes. Yes. Do I have to remove it? Yes. And how about eating hot food? More is the heat, more is the number of mercury vapors released. So basically, let's do some maths here. So let me tell you that 80% of the mercury vapors, they are that are being released from the amalgam fillings, they are being inhaled by the human body, and 20% of them are exhaled. So for example, if you had an amalgam filling and it releases 10 microgram, I'm taking very small amount just so that you can easily understand that. So let's say if it is releasing 10 microgram of mercury vapor per cubic meter, so your body will absorb about 8 microgram of mercury. So one number of atoms that are present in 1 microgram is equal to 3 trillion atoms. So if you are inhaling 8 microgram of mercury, you are actually inhaling 24 trillion atoms. So I have told you that there is no safe or harmless level, and even one atom is harmful for you. So while you are brushing your teeth, you are generating 816 trillion atoms of mercury. So you can imagine what do these 816 trillion atoms can do to your body. So these are the few factors that are affecting the amount of mercury vapor release, like the type of amalgam filling you are being used. Is it high copper or low copper? The number of fillings, the size of the fillings, how long they have been in your teeth. Like some gentleman asked, it's been in his mouth since 20 years. So more is a vapor released, because if they have been in your mouth since long. So how and how often they are stimulated, how long the stimulation lasts. So these are the factors on which the amount of mercury vapors released is based on. So Dr. Tom McGrath, he demonstrated that very high levels of mercury vapors are released by brushing silver or amalgam fillings. Let's see the toothbrush test. So he took one extracted tooth. This is the basic reading of the air at that point of time. It is having 0 micrograms of mercury. Now he took one extracted tooth with a 3 surfaced amalgam filling. So this is a 0 level. Now after taking the extracted tooth, so he just checked the mercury level. He used the Jerome mercury vapor analyzer, that is the best one among in the world that can accurately measure the amount of mercury vapors. So this is 6 microgram of mercury released. This is unstimulated, means this tooth is just present over the table and he touched the analyzer. So this is 6 microgram. Now he is using a soft bristle toothbrush. He will be just stimulating it with a toothbrush for 10 seconds. So let's see. Now the Jerome analyzer that was used to test the air directly above the filling. Normally high copper amalgam fillings, they release 20 to 50 times more mercury vapors. Now you can see it, 260 micrograms of mercury. So that also depends upon the amount of pressure being given to the, means if you are using medium or soft or hard bristles toothbrush, if you are just giving more trillion to your teeth, it will release ranging about 200 to 500 micrograms. So that's the amount of mercury vapor released from the filling. It also depends upon your how long do you brush your teeth and how many fillings do you have in your mouth. Okay. So basically another thing is galvanic current. If both amalgam fillings and gold crowns are present in your mouth at the same time, a galvanic current is generated between the two distinct metal fillings. This current is similar to what happens in a car battery. This current causes a continuous release of mercury even when the amalgam fillings are not stimulated. Even if the fillings are not heated, even then you would be exposed to these mercury vapors for whole day. So on stimulation, these mercury vapors, they are released from dental amalgam and after inhalation via the lungs, up to 80% gets absorbed. and 20% they gets exhaled. Mercury gets distributed throughout the body, but major part of it gets accumulated into the various systems like liver, kidney, nervous system, and so on. So till now we have found that only one atom is harmful, but the question arises, what mercury atoms do in our body? Mercury atoms do damage on a cellular level. Elemental mercury is highly fat soluble, and this characteristic it allows it to readily pass through the membrane of every cell in your body, even including the brain. So it can affect your amino acids. You see, every basic component of cell, it is made of, of proteins and amino acids, and these are the building blocks of the proteins. Mercury, it has an affinity towards two amino acids. First is methionine and second is cysteine via its thiol group. And these two amino acids are the key components of the body's most antioxidant system and prevalent mercury chelator, that is glutathione. So it takes two molecules of glutathione to effectively transport of one atom of mercury out of the body. So basically the good news is body can remove mercury as long as it is able to. And the body will remove millions of atoms of mercury daily. But the bad news is the process of removing can create serious deficiency in glutathione, which has important functions such as energy production and neutralizing free radicals. So once the free radicals get increased, it causes many degenerative diseases like autoimmune diseases and other diseases that we will further see. Moreover, glutathione is a potent source of energy. Once the glutathione levels they get down, patient automatically they feel fatigue and lethargic. So effects on proteins like as I've told you that the amino acids are the building blocks of the proteins. If anything happens to these amino acids, then it definitely affects the protein structure and its function. See, most of the components that are found in the cell are made they are made up of proteins such as enzymes, antioxidants, hormones, and DNA. And the enzyme and the hormones are very important to carry out the various reactions in the body. So you might have heard of hormone insulin. If it does not work properly, then it will lead to diabetes. So mercury it damages protein because it displaces the essential minerals that normally attach to the thiol groups such as zinc, copper, magnesium, iron, etc. So when mercury replaces these minerals and binds to these sites on a protein, it alters the protein's normal structure and function. Okay, similarly, if it will affect the enzymes and the enzymes will no longer work properly or may not work at all. So continuous exposure to the mercury has an indirect effect by generating enormous amount of free radicals. These free radicals are highly reactive and they can participate in unwanted side reactions, resulting in cellular damage and making them a major contributor to the degenerative diseases like heart disease, MNDs, and many things we will see further. So the mercury symptoms that can be present in your oral cavity, they are like bleeding gums, metallic taste, burning sensation, amalgam tattoo of the gums, stomatitis, ulceration of the gums, loosening of your teeth, alveolar bone loss. So the toxic effects on human body can be, it can affect your digestive system, it can cause diarrhea, constipation, loss of appetite, vomiting, it can hamper your emotions like it can cause anger, aggressiveness, anxiety, confusion, many other mood swings, memory loss, allergies, immune dysfunctions, weight loss, digestive problems, skin rashes, mental confusion, irritability, high BP or heart problems, fatigue, balance problems, and so on. Means the list is too long. So it can cause headaches, ringing in ears, dizziness. It can cause chest pain, anemia. It can cause chest congestion, shallow respiration or shortness of breath, cramping, muscle aches, muscle weakness, stiffness, neurological symptoms like memory loss, lack of concentration, long-term numbness, slurred speech, inflammation of the nose, sinusitis, stuffy nose, and other like it can cause hypoxia, gland swelling, hair loss, loss of sense of smell, skin problems, vision problems, water retention, and so on. So heavy metals and mercury in particular, they affect the functioning of the central nervous system and are extensively documented and associated with autism. In 2020, the CDC reported that approximately 1 in 54 children in the US, they are diagnosed with an autism spectrum disorder, ASD. And I think by 2023, the number has raised a lot. So now let's see what is MND. I like the nomenclature given by Mr. Shah that MND is not only motor neuron disease. I really like that. So, but let's see what is motor neuron disease. It's a group of progressive neurological disorders that destroy motor neurons, the cells that control the skeletal system activity, such as walking, breathing, speaking, swallowing. So, this group includes diseases like ALS, primary lateral sclerosis, progressive muscular atrophy, spinal muscular atrophy, and so on. So, normally, messages or the signals from nerve cells in the brain, they are transmitted to the nerve cells in the brainstem and spinal cord, that is the lower motor neurons, and from them to the muscles in the body. The upper motor neurons, they direct the lower motor neurons to produce the muscle movement. So when the muscles cannot receive the signals from the lower motor neurons, they begin to weaken and shrink in size. That can cause muscle atrophy or muscle wasting. The muscles, they may also start to spontaneously twitch. These twitches, they can be seen and felt below the surface of the skin. So when the lower motor neurons cannot receive signals from the upper motor neurons, it can cause muscle stiffness as well or overactive reflexes. This can make voluntary movements slow and difficult. Over time, the individuals with MNDs may lose ability to walk or control other movements. So as we know that mercury vapors, they get absorbed in our body, and mercury vapors, they are being absorbed by motor neurons. Let's see what is ALS. It is also known as Lou Gehrig's disease, and it was named after a famous baseball player who died from the disease. ALS is considered to be a fatal motor neuron disease. It is characterized by progressive degeneration of nerve cells in the brain and spinal cord. So when mercury vapors, they are absorbed by motor neurons, where it leads to increased oxidative stress. In experiments, mercury vapors was found to promote the motor neuron disease such as ALS, and mercury enhances the glutamate toxicity in neurons, which is one factor in ALS. So too much glutamate in the brain, this can cause nerve cells to become overexcited. Overexcitement. This overexcitement can lead to brain cell damage or death. In this case, glutamate is called an excitotoxin. So I would say it to be excitotoxin. So having too much glutamate in the brain, this is associated with some conditions like ALS, multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome. So your mind matters. As he already said, MND is not only motor neuron disease. So it's the mental health conditions that are thought to happen are like mood and anxiety disorders, depression, autism, and so on. So let's come to the second part of my presentation. Here you have seen that there are many effects of mercury. So let's see how to get rid of it. So people, they don't realize that amalgam fillings are harmful to their health. Most don't even know that 50% of their amalgam filling is mercury. Still, more people don't know that amalgams give off toxic mercury vapors. And the fraction who do know, they don't realize how much vapor these fillings release when removed without a safe protocol. So the guidelines that I'm going to talk about for safe amalgam filling removal, they have been taken from several sources. And this preventive approach is important to minimize the mercury vapor exposure to the patient as well as to the dentist and his staff. So it's an absolute must for those, means the removal of amalgam is absolute necessity for the people who are pregnant or nursing, who suspect or know they are allergic to mercury, who have who have ever had any adverse side effects during or after having amalgam fillings, either after placing or after removing, who have a compromised immune system, numerous allergies, or other mental health problems. So the protocol begins with the placement of the rubber dam. As it isolates the desired tooth, I mean the tooth with the amalgam filling. The rubber dam makes it easier to evacuate the filling and prevent amalgam particles from being swallowed, and that's why I insist its usage while removing the amalgam filling. Secondly, as we know that the heat is a key, and the amount of mercury vapor released from an amalgam filling is directly proportional to its temperature. So cooling the filling by using as much water as possible during the process, it will significantly reduce the amount of mercury vapor release. So in routine, I basically use chilled ozonated distilled water for in my handpiece. So thirdly, the usage of high power suction. So this will minimize your exposure to the mercury vapor, because in effect it intercepts the vapor before you can breathe it in. So next process that we need to follow is chunking amalgam. I don't basically just grind off whole filling, but I try to chunk it out. So next, what I basically do is I use alternative source of air, that is with through the nasal cannula, via which you can breathe oxygen from a tank or a oxygen concentrator, but not the air that is full of this toxic mercury vapors while removing that. So let's watch out how I apply this protocol in my clinical practice. So using the scientific principles of atomic absorption, the mercury vapors are visualized during the removal of a dental amalgam filling without using the protocols. Just understand, this is without using the protocols that I routinely follow. So I basically do ozone therapy for my patient. I give ozonated water for rinsing 15 days before removal of amalgam fillings. I give them ozonated oils to for the gum massage. I give ozonated saline drips. I do rectal ozone to help them to excrete the to help to improve their excretory system. Breathing through ozonated oil, we give ozone minor autohemotherapy to stimulate their immunity. I always use chilled ozonated distilled water in all my dental procedures. So vitamin C infusions, some dentists and health professionals, they consider vitamin C infusion to be an effective method of protecting the body from mercury vapor during the process of removing amalgam filling. So I basically take help of my colleagues to go with these vitamin C infusions, because it is one of the very good antioxidant defense system. So glutathione, I consider it to be the queen of detoxifiers and the most important intracellular antioxidant in your system. So it is crucial for detoxifying heavy metals. Glutathione regulates all other antioxidants while protecting and preventing damage to the important cellular components caused by these reactive oxygen species, such as free radicals and peroxides. So Dr. Preeti Nanda, I think she is the best guide for me when it comes to handle the patients for glutathione drips and other drips like these. How does this work? Basically, we have seen, listen, glutathione means it's a very good antioxidant system. But let's see how does it work? I will try to explain a little bit. Glutathione, it binds to the toxins, which then carries them out of the body through bile and stool. It is especially effective at detoxing mercury. Most people, they have a poorly functioning glutathione system for various reasons, meaning they don't have enough glutathione. So that is why many people run into problems when attempting to detoxify heavy metals. So it is helpful before starting a detox to build up your glutathione levels. Next comes this chelation therapy. Chelation therapy has long been used as a treatment for mercury and lead poisoning. Chelation therapy, it's a medical procedure that involves the administration of the chelating agents to remove the heavy metals from the body. Chelation therapy, it has a long history of use in clinical toxicology, and it remains in use for some very specific medical treatments. And but very, I would like to say that it has to be administered under very careful medical supervision. So Dr. Sibia from Ludhiana, I think he is the best one when we need to go for chelation therapy for our patients. You see, uh, with amalgam, if we remove the amalgam fillings, but already the atoms that are being murky, that is being inside your cells, we need to remove them as well. So Dr. Lenny once said the body may take 5 to 10 years to remove mercury from your body, from your cells. So it's chelation therapy, it will help you to speed up that process. So this is me performing the procedure. So first is the application of the nasal cannula, the alternative source of air. Next is a rubber dam. This is high power suction. Two high power suction are being used, and I am cooling the filling this by using the ozonated chilled water. So then this is a chunking process. I don't just grind the whole mercury. I use PPA kit, face shield for me as well as for my assistant, and we just don't throw everything like this. We have a protocol to discard these disposable things after removing the amalgam. So there is some evidence that shows that activated charcoal taken 10 to 15 minutes before amalgam removal, it can capture the swallowed elemental mercury. Although we take a lot of care that it may not go inside, but yes, it sometimes few vapors can go inside. You can inhale them, and I gave activated charcoal 15 minutes before the procedure. So it helps to harmlessly pass out of the intestine via your feces. So things need to be done are choose your dentist wisely who replace mercury fillings with bioactive restorative materials or composites, who also follow the protocols I have mentioned above or even better than that. So basically, silver removal is not just removing grinding of the filling. We need to work a lot for that. So this is the video in which tooth is being restored using bioactive restorative materials or your composites or tooth colored filling materials. Just clean the tooth and fill it with the most restorable material, best restorable material that is present around you. So we use this special blue light to cure this material. So we might have heard of three magical words: health is well. However, this pandemic has made all of us realize that health is the only true wealth. So make health an investment, not an expense. We should remove the toxic, dangerous products from our lives. So this is me, and along with Dr. Priyanka Mohan, we are working towards functional dentistry, and I serve my dental patients at Sameer Dental Care and Implant Center in Jalandhar, Punjab. And so you may come there and consult me. For diabetes reversal, you may visit at Oxy Hill Clinic, which is in Jalandhar, same. So I would like to thank you for being here today. I really appreciate that you took time to be here and listen to my presentation. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Samir. It was a wonderful presentation, sir.
Thank you.
And one more thing I would like to tell you, sir.
Yes.
I recollect my college days and my working days when I was used to make such good presentation.
Very good.
Yeah. So now, thank you for your presentation, sir. Let's stop the screen share and let's take questions from the group.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So Anybody who has a question can raise their hand and I will give them an, yeah, all right. Ricky, please unmute. Ricky, please unmute and ask your question.
You can type your questions as well if you want.
Yeah. Ricky has typed their question. Can you see the question, sir?
Yes, sir.
What do you advise after removal of mercury filling? Which filling is the best?
See, nowadays bioactive fillings are coming up, and they basically adjust according to temperature changes of our mouth. But say if it's not available, but we can go with composite fillings or good GIC fillings as well. But composite fillings, we can get composite fillings everywhere.
Okay. Okay. So, yes, Dr. Grace Lim, would you like to unmute and ask your question? Grace Lim.
Yeah, okay. Doctor, Samir, I'm Grace. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Nowadays the refill is usually white in color. So is that considered amalgam as well?
No, no, amalgam filling is silver colored only.
Or it's silver color only?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, and one more thing, can you display your screen again, like how to detox? I think this time I missed that too fast. I
Too
couldn't
fast.
read it.
I think you can go through the recording according to your pace. So
Oh,
I have a lot of data with me, but this one is just little bit just to share so that people can easily follow this, easily understand this.
you mean we can get your recording later?
Yes, yes, you can have that.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much.
Yes, right now this meeting is being live streamed on YouTube. I will share the YouTube link with you. Okay. Ricky is asking, thank you. Can it be done by any dentist?
Pardon?
Ricky is asking, can the removal be done by any dentist?
Yes, if the dentist can follow the protocols, then he can remove that. And if I'll be happy to guide them as well. If you have a dentist nearby you, if they want to ask few questions, if they want to uh, ask about the protocols, I'll be happy to share with them.
Okay. And one more question. Any particular brand I can ask to my dentist?
Any particular
Brand for
brand of
the
filling?
amalgam. Yeah.
Brand of filling you can have good brands, means international brands, they can have that.
Okay.
Except amalgam, I think you can go with very good brands of composite like 3M, Ivoclar. There are many other brands which are very good in composite. GC is a very good brand also. Tokoyama. There are many brands. Your dentist, I think he or she can give you very good brands available according to their market. But 3M and Ivoclar are there. They are the good ones.
Thank you. Grace Lim is asking, is root canal bad for health?
You see, many holistic dentists all over the world, they don't like root canals. They just remove root canal tooth before starting any treatment. So according to them, it's not a good thing. But yes, people all over the world, they are doing root canals, and it's really very hard to completely seal the root canals. If your dentist is really good to seal the root canals properly in 3D, then it's fine. Otherwise, yes, root canals can be a big problem in your body. So I generally don't do root canal treatments. So I have stopped doing root canal since 2016.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
sorry, I would like to tell you that there is some alternative to root canals. I don't do pulpectomy, that is root canal treatment. I do pulpotomy. So if your tooth is vital, then it's best to go with pulpotomy.
ओके, थैंक यू डॉक्टर। आशा मैम, आप अनम्यूट करके अपना क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे। आशा मैम,
यस सर।
बोलिए। आपका वीडियो ऑन कीजिए मैम।
वीडियो ऑन तो नहीं हो पाएगा सर, मैं अपना क्वेश्चन रख रही हूँ।
जी
ओके, बोलिए।
मेरा अभी ब्लड टेस्ट करवाया तो मेरी बॉडी का सिल्वर बढ़ा हुआ आया, जो कि एक दांत में मेरी सर 8 ईयर होल्ड था।
थोड़ी
तो
मैम आवाज क्लियर नहीं है, प्लीज आप रिपीट करेंगे क्वेश्चन।
सर 28 साल पहले मैंने एक फिलिंग करवाया था।
ओके,
ज्यादा आई है,
अच्छा जी।
मुझे उसके लिए क्या करना चाहिए सर?
मैम एक तो सबसे पहले आप अगर सिल्वर फिलिंग है आपके माउथ में तो वो रिमूव करवानी चाहिए। बाकी जो प्रोटोकॉल्स है किलेशन के या और डिटॉक्सिफिकेशन के, जैसे मैं ओजोन थेरेपी करता हूँ, विटामिन सी थेरेपी होती है, वो अपने नियर बाय एरिया में किसी डॉक्टर को ढूंढिए और उससे जरूर करवाइए।
नहीं तो
तो मैं
डॉक्टर से
हाँ जी,
जो क्या बोले सर, डॉक्टर से क्या कहें, रिमूव तो कर देंगे, फिर करवाना पड़ेगा। और फिलिंग फिर कौन सी करवानी है?
कंपोजिट फिलिंग करवा सकते हो आप, यहाँ बायो एक्टिव मटेरियल्स आजकल काफी आ गए हैं, वो भी आप करवा सकते हो। अगर नहीं अवेलेबल तो कंपोजिट फिलिंग इज फाइन।
फिलिंग सर,
हाँ जी,
वो एक दांत का मेरा रूट कैनाल भी हो रखा है, तो क्या उससे भी प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है?
अगर मैम रूट कनाल इन्फेक्टेड है आप उसका 3D स्कैन करवा सकते हैं। अगर इन्फेक्शन है तो इसको रिमूव करवा लेना चाहिए। नॉर्मली मैं अपने पेशेंट्स का जब टीथ रिमूव करता हूँ, कोई टूथ रिमूव करता हूँ, तो मैं साथ में ओजोन थेरेपी भी करता हूँ।
अच्छा
हाँ जी,
अच्छा, तो जैसे कैप नहीं है मेरे उस दांत में, कैप गिर चुका था पहले,
अच्छा,
का मेरा रूट कैनाल हो रखा, उसमें कैप भी नहीं है,
ओके।
तो फिर उसको एक्सरे वगैरह से हो जाएगा उसका बने ठीक?
एक्सरे से बेटर है 3D स्कैन होता है एक, वो करवाएं। और अगर टूथ के ऊपर कवर नहीं है ना बहुत देर से, तो बीइंग अ फंक्शनल डेंटिस्ट वो आपकी कोई ना कोई प्रॉब्लम बॉडी में ओक्लूजन के कारण क्रिएट कर सकते हैं।
ओके सर, ओके, थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू, वेरी थैंक
वेलकम।
थैंक यू आशा मैम। Ricky is asking, any particular company of ozone machine I should ask my dentist if they have?
So basically, I use medical ozone therapy machines, but there are ozone air fed ozone therapy machines as well. But I would recommend these medical ozone therapy machines. I use one from Ozone Forum of India and another from Universal System, Ozone System. So I think they can go with the machine that is being given by Ozone Forum of India.
All right, thank you for the answer. Now HDK, my Lydia PYY is asking, doctor, if root canal not so good, what procedure can we do to save our teeth?
So I already gave the answer. You can go with pulpotomy instead of root canal treatments.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
And if a root canal means your dentist is willing to go with the root canal only, he or she can go with ozone therapy as well. Ozone therapy helps to restrict the spread of these bacteria from your teeth. So it kills the bacteria in a fraction of a second.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. Now, sir, मेरा एक क्वेश्चन है आपसे।
जी सर।
ये आपने आपके ये अभी मेडिकल जर्नी और मेडिकल ट्रीटमेंट के लाइफ में आपने कभी ALS MND पेशेंट को डायग्नोज किया है, उनका ट्रीटमेंट किया है?
नहीं, मैंने डायग्नोज तो नहीं किया, बट मेरे पास एक पेशेंट जरूर आए थे जिनकी मैंने सिल्वर फिलिंग रिमूव की थी।
ओके,
तो बाकी जो ट्रीटमेंट्स हैं वो अपने फंक्शनल मेडिसिन के डॉक्टर से या जनरल डॉक्टर से ही करवा रहे थे. आई जस्ट रिमूव द सिल्वर फिलिंग.
By the way, I would like to tell everyone that I was told that average life of a MND ALS patient is 2 to 5 years. And it would be a surprise to everyone that next week I am completing 6 years with MND.
That's great, sir.
Yeah, and still now, right now, my breathing has improved, even my speech has improved, and even my swallowing.
Oh,
Major problem I have is with my hands and my legs.
mm-hmm.
My main focus was to improve my breathing, my speech and swallowing, because without speech we cannot communicate, without breathe we cannot live. So that was the main. और मैं खाता पीता बंदा हूँ सर, तो खाने पीने में तो हमें बहुत मजा आता है. और you should live your life to the fullest. That is my suggestion. Thank you, sir.
Very nice, sir.
और
You're really an inspiring man.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
It is only the love and blessings of my group members that I am winning.
जी sir.
Or anybody in the group has any more questions, you can unmute or you can write in the chat. In the meantime, sir, can you elaborate a little more on the ozone therapy, how it has?
So basically, what I found is ozone therapy. I would like to just simplify it that every cell in our body, the basic fuel of that is oxygen. So somehow, if the oxygen is reduced at a cellular level, the cells they have a respiration protocol means cycle. One is aerobic and one is anaerobic. In aerobic cycle, it produces almost 25 to 35 molecules of energies. They are being known as ATPs. So in anaerobic, where there is lack of oxygen, the number of ATPs produced are only between 2 to 5. So with ozone therapy, basically the oxygenation at cellular level is increased, and the anaerobic respiration that changes to aerobic. So the more number of energy molecules they are being produced, so the cells they work better, our body works better. So at cellular level, we can say that yes, it definitely improves the body at cellular level, and if your cells are functioning fine, your body will reverse everything. And many other benefits of ozone are it can kill your viruses, bacteria, and other microorganisms which are harming your body within fraction of a second. And it also helps the body to modulate your immunity. So if your immunity is low, it will improve that. If your body is acting against your body, if your immunity is acting against your body, it will reduce that also, because it stimulates both immunity boosting cycles as well as immunity reducing cycles. So it creates a balance between that. It also helps to improve your heart functioning, because it improves the oxygenation of your blood. It improves the basically the sodium potassium pump of the your blood vessels, and many more things, because I have seen ozone therapy can help you a lot in every aspect of your life.
Correct. And here I would like to give an example of Kim Cherry, who has reversed ALS in US. He is regularly doing ozone therapy and one more essential oil therapy.
Okay.
So, is a way मतलब गेम चेरी और उनकी वाइफ के चेरी हमारे लिए बहुत बढ़िया एग्जांपल है कि ओजोन थेरेपी इज वेरी हेल्पफुल. And
Yeah.
I'm also connected with Milisha.
Okay. Dr. Melisha, yes.
मैं उनको मिला भी था यहाँ पे.
Okay.
So, I am connected with almost everyone in the medical fraternity.
Okay. So Dr. Melisha, I consider her to be the mother of ozone of India.
Yes, correct.
She is doing marvelous job.
Yes, he has vast knowledge and they are doing a great job at Bisleri Foundation.
Yes.
Yeah. And next question, Kanika Sinha, would you like to ask your question, ma'am?
Yes, please. So my mother has been diagnosed with ALS and she has always had bad teeth. She's had multiple root canals, but they're not giving her any problems. So I just want to be clear. So root canal also contains mercury?
No, no, root canals, they don't contain.
I just want to find out, does the root canal
No. The root canal fillings, they don't contain mercury. Yes,
doesn't contain?
but yes, if the filling after doing root canal, we our dentist fellows, they generally fill the tooth crown part with the amalgam filling. We just need to
Okay, so
check it
so
out.
now if it's not giving her any problem, she should just remove the filling part of it. Just the
Uh,
top amalgam
the
filling.
best thing would be the 3D scan of that tooth.
3D scan first. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay. So, is there any other question? किसी का और कोई सवाल है होगा तो आप पूछ सकते हैं. In the meantime, sir, समीर जी,
जी.
आपने जो presentation बनाया है सर, you have touched each and every aspect of dentistry, mercury filling और आपका research बहुत बढ़िया है सर और आप मैं ढूंढ ही रहा था और आप मुझे मिल गए सर.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I was searching for a mercury-free dentist and it was like you just popped in my lap, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And आपका presentation बहुत बढ़िया है सर. I will again thank you for your effort and time in making this presentation.
Thank
And आपको किसी को भी डॉक्टर साहब से मिलना है, you can connect with him. Sir, can you share your presentation last slide?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So people can connect with you for your treatment. Yeah. So these are the contact details of Dr. Sameer Nair and his Oxy Hill Clinic. You can connect with him. So there is one more question in the chat. Is it
Yes.
necessary? Is it necessary to remove mercury fillings? We don't have any problem.
Ah. Yes, definitely yes. You see, mercury fillings, they don't give problems directly. I have means given every detail in my presentation, but yes, they indirectly affect your body a lot. So if you are basically, I give a small explanation to my patients. Let's see if you are just filling a bucket and your bucket is getting full and getting overflown. So should we just stop the tap, or should we keep one person over there to clean the overflown water over the floor? Because tap won't give you any problem. The water that is being that is on the floor, that will give you problem. We just don't need to only just don't need to clean the mop up the floor, but also we need to close the tap.
Yeah, very good example, sir. Thank you. But I would also like to tell Ricky that if you have mercury in your fillings, slowly and steadily with the heat generated, as the doctor said,
Yes.
little parts of micro parts of mercury will go in your body. And at a point, when it becomes toxic in your body, after that it will affect your body and it may affect your central nervous system. So it is very important that if you can, please remove the mercury fillings. And Dr. Sameer ji, एक organization है,
Okay.
IOAMD, आपको पता होगा?
IAO?
हाँ, वही अमेरिका का है, वो मर्क्यूरी फ्री डेंटिस्ट के बारे में पूरा डिटेल देता है।
जी जी जी।
और सर एक जूही मैम का क्वेश्चन है, अब हाउ कैन वन एंश्योर दैट द माउथ इज मर्क्यूरी फ्री आफ्टर द रिमूवल ऑफ अमेलगम फिलिंग्स?
Yeah, your dentist can ensure that if there is no mercury left in your tooth, means even that particles should not be there in the tooth. It should be removed completely.
Yeah. And I would also like to tell you that when you are doing chelation therapy,
Yes.
along with the toxic elements, even the most important elements like trace minerals, they go out from your body.
Yes.
So you should make sure that you should be taking trace minerals as supplements, and that will again fill your body with essential minerals which are needed for your body's growth.
Yes.
All right. और अभी सर आई डोंट थिंक एनी किसी और का कोई क्वेरी है सर? अभी जाते जाते आप हमको कुछ गिफ्ट दे दिए जाएंगे?
सर डेफिनेटली मैं बताना चाहूँगा, क्योंकि बीइंग अ डेंटिस्ट आई वुड लाइक टू सजेस्ट दैट हमने बचपन से एड्स देखी हैं टूथब्रश पे पूरी पेस्ट भर के हम ब्रशिंग करते हैं। तो आई वुड लाइक टू से minimum amount of toothpaste should be used on your toothbrush, and brush your teeth twice a day. रात को सोने से पहले ब्रश जरूर करें, and it's even better if you can use a water flosser or oral irrigator daily. That will clean your teeth very efficiently. So I will repeat, minimum amount of that toothpaste on your toothbrush, and even I suggest adding 1 or 2 drops of ozonated oil if that is available nearby you, or if you can get that. And second thing, most important thing is use water flosser or oral irrigator at night, every night before sleeping.
ओके सर, अभी लेमन लैंग्वेज में ये बता सकता हूँ कि आपको है ना टूथपेस्ट बहुत कम यूज करना है। और उसके अलावा आपको सर एक ओरल हेल्थ के बारे में आप बताएंगे? ओरल हेल्थ मतलब हाउ टू कीप ओरल, मतलब हमारे मैंने MND ALS पेशेंट में बहुत ज्यादा लोग है ना वो बेड रिटर्न होते हैं, तो उनको ओरल, अभी जैसे मेरा हाथ भी नहीं चल रहा है,
Okay.
I have to take help from the family.
Okay.
तो oral health के बारे में थोड़ा आप बताएंगे कैसे कैसे हम कर सकते हैं?
जी, आप ना इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश आते हैं, यू कैन यूज दैट ऑल्सो। इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश आते हैं, यू कैन यूज दैट। और व्हाट आई वुड सजेस्ट यू सर, अगर आपको पॉसिबल हो, अगर मैं आपको डेफिनेटली कुछ अगर हेल्प करना चाहूँगा तो मैं ओजोनेटेड ऑयल आपको देना चाहूँगा। ओजोनेटेड ऑयल सबसे बेस्ट थिंग है आपके ओरल फ्लोरा को, जो बैड बैक्टीरिया को किल करने में। तो अगर आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, आप जस्ट अप्लाई 1 or 2 ड्रॉप्स ऑफ ऑयल ओवर योर इलेक्ट्रिक टूथब्रश और पावर टूथब्रश, बस उसके साथ गम्स की मसाज करते जाएं। That will improve your oral health a lot.
Okay. And sir, what do you suggest? Can we do oil pulling? Oil pulling is good.
Yes, if you means oil pulling में भी आपको एफर्ट करना पड़ेगा, बट मैंने अपने खुद पे, अपनी फैमिली पे, अपने पेशेंट्स पे ओजोनेटेड ऑयल जो मैं वो डेली रूटीन में यूज करते हैं विद देयर ब्रश, दैट इज आल्सो इक्वली इफेक्टिव।
और सर आपने बताया था यू आर गोइंग टू सजेस्ट अब घर पे भी पेस्ट बना सकते हो, मुझे लास्ट मीटिंग में याद है।
हाँ जी, उसका अगर कहेंगे तो मैं शेयर कर दूंगा आपको एक स्लाइड, आप सबके साथ शेयर कर देना।
हाँ।
तो दैट इज ऑल्सो गुड। आप अगर आप चाहते हो कि केमिकल बेस्ड टूथपेस्ट आप नहीं यूज करना चाहते, बिकॉज हर टूथपेस्ट में या जो ज्यादा मार्केट में आ रही हैं हमें पता ही नहीं उसमें हार्मफुल केमिकल्स हैं या नहीं, तो यू कैन गो विद योर होम मेड टूथपेस्ट एज वेल, दैट आई विल शेयर विद यू।
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच सर। और एक लास्ट जी सर, वो लिक्विड हम ऑयल लिक्विड हम पेस्ट यूज करते हैं ना, क्या यूज करते हैं वो?
माउथ वॉश।
माउथ वॉश, हाँ, उसका क्या यूज है?
माउथ वॉश भी देखो, इट्स वेरी गुड थिंग, बट वो लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए यूज नहीं करना चाहिए. So that is
ओके
why I would suggest go with ozonated oil.
ओके, so it's best that you can find ozonated oil and you can use it. Thank you.
Yes, that is the best.
That-
And for
yeah,
oral cavity, आप ozonated coconut oil अगर use करेंगे, that is the best thing.
okay.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And one more question popped up. When by Easter, when removed amalgam fillings, the mercury will leak out. How to clear those mercury in the body?
That is what I gave tell you in my presentation, that before removing the amalgam, you must definitely improve your antioxidant system with glutathione, vitamin C, ozone therapy, and also after that as well. There is a protocol of TMSA being given for with chelation therapy before removal of the amalgam and also after the removal of the amalgam. But I have more trust in ozone therapy. Means I don't have less trust on chelation, but I'm more comfortable with ozone therapy. So I combine this with ozone therapy as well. I give like rectal ozone, minor auto, ozonated saline drips that helps to detox the body.
Okay.
And you can also
And
use a binder like activated charcoal.
yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank
And
you.
uh, SDK, my Lydia PYY is writing, Doctor, you mean use ozonated oil together with the toothpaste to brush the teeth?
Yes, yes, yes. Just apply a little bit of toothpaste over your brush and put 1 or 2 drops of ozonated oil, because ozonated oil is not that tasty. So you can use with that.
Okay. Thank you, doctor, for all the replying to all the queries.
Thank you.
And there is a feedback. Dr. Samir, very informative and eye-opening talk. I have to find an experience to the dentist to remove my amalgam filling now. Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Thank you so much. और आप सब ग्रुप में सभी की तरफ से आप सबका मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ जुड़ने के लिए. And I would like to thank Dr. Samir Nair for his time again and effort in creating this presentation and giving us time, precious time for this online Zoom meeting talk.
Thank you.
Joy ma'am is writing, where can you get ozonated oil?
I think in India you can get from Ozone Forum of India as well, and you can search on Amazon. Wherever you live, you can find nearby, or you can contact me later on. I'll let you know, or I will provide ozonated oil, because I ozonate oils for my patients.
It is best that you can connect with Dr. Samir and you can procure the ozonated oil from Dr. Samir.
So even I would suggest, if there is any as a ozone therapy specialist nearby you, you can ask them to give some ozonated oil for your home use.
Yeah, thank you, doctor, और thank you, sir, for your time. आप सभी का बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Vivek Rao is asking how much costly is the ozonated oil.
Don't worry, sir. It's really very cheap. Don't worry. So the quantity, even 10 ml, you can last for many months. So don't worry. It's not that costly.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So now I would like